Patrick and Evan, our BG representative at PALS. And Evan, I've gotten out Motorcraft Oil 15W40, BG Sheer Power Oil 15W40, and Rotella 15W40. Now, what's the difference between these three oils?
They all start with the base oil the same. It's the additives that are in the oil that makes the difference. These are good oils, but this has more of the additives that allow for cold flow properties, superior cold flow properties, enhanced lubrication. It's designed actually for long drain intervals. So people that tend to go beyond the normal service interval, this is going to keep you protected with those additional additives.
Okay. And you can see the BG oil is sheer power. Now, why do they call it sheer power? It's because they're talking about the strength of the oil. With diesels, it's the strength of the oil. You know, Ford puts in titanium. Okay, that's what they do. It used to be an oil that you had zinc to put into it. Okay, so Ford has made a big deal about titanium. Rotella, is recommended. So if you have a Ford truck, they recommend Motorcraft oil. If you have a Cummins diesel, they recommend Rotella. But the better oil to use is the Sheer Power. And that's because of the soot buildup in these engines, right?
Yes.
And what does that do? How does that product work to keep the soot out of them?
So it helps by eliminating the processes that create the soot. It's low ash formula. And the soot is created from the ash in the deposits. Now, these are low ash as well, but I think ours has a much lower threshold for the ash. It's going to prevent your catalyst system from plugging up, your DPFE system from plugging up, and it reduces the number of regen cycles that you require.
Okay. Now, we've got three other products sitting over here. We've got a fuel system performance restoration, we got DOC, and we got EPR. How do these products interact with these oils?
So again, the oil is the lifeline of the vehicle. It's the base protection that you need. What we have here is in the case of the DOC, it's going to be additional additives. So even if you used a different oil, this is going to be the protection package for your reduce the friction.
Okay.
And then the EPR goes into the crankcase. We did a video on the the Mini Cooper earlier demonstrating this, but it goes in the crankcase. In a diesel, you would run this for about 30 to 40 minutes because there's more surface area, but this cleans all the oil deposits that are baked on in the piston ring landing areas and anywhere else the oil comes in contact with to get those removed. That restores compression and horsepower and performance.
Okay.
And then the other key piece of restoring those features is the FSPR, Fuel System Performance Restoration.
Okay.
This is the strongest chemical on the market that we have. It goes directly in the fuel tank, treats up to 50 gallons.
Okay.
These should be done approximately every 10,000 miles.
Okay.
But this cleans from back to front. Again, this also helps reduce the amount of regens you need because it cleans the injectors, it cleans the entire system.
Okay.
We also, with these products, have a lifetime protection plan.
Okay.
If you get in before 75K miles, it is up to $6,000 of coverage.
$6,000
on the engine. And
all right, now let's talk about that a little bit. Mm-hmm. If I use Rotella and I put these products with the Rotella, so I put the EPR in to drain the oil, okay, mm-hmm. and then the DOC goes in as a conditioner mm-hmm. over the top, and then we put in the fuel system additive. Do I still get that warranty if I use the Rotella, or do I have to use the Shell Sheer Power or the BG Sheer Power?
You do get the protection plan with these chemicals alone qualify you. Okay. You can use whatever your preferred oil is. Just know this is a higher quality oil.
Higher quality oil. It's going to have less ash build up, less carbon. Okay. So folks, when it comes to diesels, and Evan is right, 10,000 miles, you want to change it at least every 10,000. We recommend every 5,000 unless you're traveling over the road, pulling for long distances. The thing that kills these diesels and the DPF is the short trips. That's what kills it. Can you speak a little bit to what this does to keep those short trips to work properly?
Yeah. Yeah, keeping the bottom of the engine and the top engine of the engine clean is paramount. Idling is the worst thing you can do because you're not getting those deposits out of the system. So this is going to mitigate those problems even if you idle a lot.
So people used to say, you never shut a diesel off, you just let it idle. But with these new systems, the DPF, that's a really bad thing to do.
Yeah, the idling allows the system to build up those deposits. They have nowhere to go because you're not expelling them from the exhaust. You're actually reburning your exhaust out. All
right. Well, Evan, I really appreciate you stopping by. And folks, you need to do a performance oil change on your diesel. Get $6,000 worth of protection. See PALS for details. See you soon.